Been under a lot of pain recently, and I know someone, sweet lady, contacted me, left a message on my last video talking about the amount of pain she was in. And for ALS, pain is not well controlled or acknowledged by a lot of the doctors. Over the past month, I've spent almost $1,000 with seeing doctors and consults and the Botox in my face, which has helped. They put it here, here, and right under here to help with the facial spasms I have. And that in turn has stopped it from grabbing my trigeminal nerve. I have been suffering since about, well, over the time. I mean, it's been through the years. You know, you get the spasms and the cramps, and you know, having Charlie horses type pain is not comfortable when it's your abdomen, when it's different muscles. But as you progress in the disease, those muscles become weaker, so you don't have as many of the real painful ones. But this pain that I've been having has been related to my spasticity. And it's almost like when my spasticity releases, I'm not sure if it's the strain on the muscles or what I was explained to by the pain management I've been under, that sometimes when that's released, your brain will filter through and find other places that are in pain. But I've had multiple pain crises. I was prescribed Suboxone, sublingually 2 milligrams, and the first day I took it, I was having pain, and I had Wendy's, which I thought maybe I had food poisoning, and everything came up. About 4 or 5 hours I took a nap, and then 4 or 5 hours I started just vomiting, and I vomited for about a day, 24 hours, a little beyond that. And I thought I was better. But when you have that intractable vomiting, when you're vomiting multiple times, when you have ALS, it takes a lot more out of you. You know, I fatigue very easily now. And, you know, did that. So finally by Saturday, because that was on a Wednesday, Thursday, vomiting, Friday, afraid to eat, started with the brat diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. And then by Saturday, I started feeling a little better. Sunday, I felt a little bit more myself. By Tuesday, I was up, and because I was down, you know, there's a little more dishes. So I do, our dishwasher needs to be fixed, but I heat water up hot, I put Dawn's soap in it, and then I soak. And then all I have to do is just a little scrub and rinse, and then it's usually okay. Well, I did like so many plates and a couple bowls, and I set off the spasticity again. I guess I pushed myself too hard. This surfboard of my symptoms with ALS is an ever-changing surfboard. The waves are ever-changing. So I did that, and then I couldn't lift this arm. You know, I can lift this arm about this much now. I can't lift it over, like I can lift this over my head. I can't right now with this arm. You know, eventually I won't be able to lift them, but right now it's usually spasticity attacks, and then that happens. It usually happens like halfway in my arm. I'll feel that sharp pain, and then it spreads through my shoulder and through that, and I can't lift my arm. Well, I tried the Tylenol and the gabapentin and, you know, my normal baclofen, and then at 5 in the morning I had an empty stomach, and I tried the Suboxone again. About 4 hours later, I woke up just vomiting, and I had an empty stomach when I took it. For the first time I had food in my stomach, second time I had an empty stomach. And I had had some popcorn before. Everything came up for 26 hours. It was intractable vomiting. I'd had Zofran from previous issue, and I took Zofran, and it did not work. So I was vomiting and vomiting and vomiting and vomiting and vomiting. My husband was worried because I went to go take my baclofen because I was spastic, and he was like, told me, don't take that medicine again. I'm like, I'm not going to take it again. What are you talking about? And he was worried that I was delirious because I looked so terrible with the nausea and vomiting. So I have an appointment next Thursday, and I am not going to take that medicine. I looked it up, and it was something to try. I mean, it was like the Tylenol 3 has worked, but doesn't really work that much for me. The gabapentin doesn't hold it because it works for neuropathic pain, but doesn't work for the other type of pain. And So the replacement of 2 milligrams is like 150 milligrams of morphine, and I've never been on that much morphine. When I had my youngest child, my gallbladder went bad in my second trimester when you can't do anything about it. So I remember I was about 7 months pregnant, and I had a really bad gallbladder attack, and they were going to give me a milligram of morphine. I said, just give me half, and I felt like the rolling and the nausea and the vomiting that way. This has been undoing it. So in the past 2 weeks, I've lost 17 pounds. Not good when you have ALS. And it's a true difference in weight. So I don't know if my pain is actually the start of progression, you know, before the word more comes. I don't know how interrelated it is, but that sudden weight loss, if it doesn't stave off, you know, the choices of getting a G-tube, which I did not want to get, but if I'm still functional like this and I keep losing weight, I might. I don't know. I mean, I'm just hoping I don't go into pain crisis again, because it just seems like it's a thing that keeps happening. And even if I don't do much, I can go into pain crisis. And it's like, why is this happening? That is my concern. I am physically less able to do things, so my stamina is much more decreased. Well, if you're losing weight like that, right? I've been doing more of the shakes, and, you know, just trying to really get as calm as I can through this, because, you know, it's like, I don't like nausea. It's like my vomiting is one of my ickiest things. I just don't like it. I had hyperemesis with both children. So this is like, you know, memories of having my gallbladder go bad. It's like bad, bad, bad. So even the taste of it, I don't even want to go near that drug ever again. I don't know. Just trying to find what will work. You know, I can't be gaslit to say, you're lucky, you're going to be fine, you're doing so much better than other people. It's like, yeah, but I'm suffering. And, you know, if you tell like a normal person that's not used to ALS patients saying, well, I'm dying, and they're like, well, you look fine, why are you saying people are going to think? It's like, there's no cure for ALS. Realistically, I have a terminal disease. So I'm going to hopefully find doctors that are a little bit more specialized in ALS. So fingers crossed, I can get some answers that way. Botox for spatial spasticity does work. I had some of the dexamethasone and lidocaine shots for my neck and my upper back, which did help. I mean, it just, the muscles, when that got released, the muscles and the pain cycle after that was hard. So I don't know, this one's interventional. They don't just give medicines, but I have to be very careful about what I take. It didn't affect my breathing, which is good. So just been a bunch of misery. You know, it's like, wee, you know, exhaustion, sleeping, vomiting, trying to get back to being able to eat, just not really feeling good. And then the weight loss. I mean, you know, it's like I tried to eat. I mean, I really tried to get the high calorie stuff in. You know, it's like the high protein. It's just something's knocked me off, and the sudden weight loss has really concerned me. So that's what's going on. Yeah, not really exciting. I mean, I'm trying to find and advocate for myself, because no matter what, especially after COVID, we are in a desert of, you know, the healthcare system in the US is broken. I don't know how it is in Britain, in Canada, or South America, Mexico, or other parts of Europe, Australia, New Zealand. But here we have the disconnects and the concern about the addiction process. I mean, think about it. I was put on a small, tiny dose of something they use for pain addicts that gets the opiate receptors. They're afraid to use opiates, and there's rules against this and this and that. I mean, the drug addiction problem, which is terrible. You know, there's many lives that are lost each day to fentanyl. But and tell you what, fentanyl is not something I want right now. I don't, you know, it's like, it's not, even though I do have severe pain, I'm afraid of the side effects of it. Not only breathing, but also nausea and vomiting. I know nothing will take all the pain away. I know nothing's going to stop this disease, but I want to be able to be awake and live life while I can. So my youngest saw me vomit the first time when I woke up out of sleep and started just throwing up, which scared her, traumatized her, because apparently I vomit really ugly. And got that cleaned up, and then just kept vomiting. And then this next time I was a little bit more prepared with, getting into it, and it was rough, but that sounding and that doing that was just awful. So if you ever have to vomit, you definitely get some 7-Up or some Sprite, because it makes it taste much better. But nausea and vomiting is a problem for people with ALS. I mean, I can't believe how much energy it took from me. So step by step, I have been really enjoying the Compassionate Care ALS programs they have. Lovely people. And they have a beautiful program for trauma in ALS, a wonderful book, Body Awareness and Trauma. And I'm looking forward this week to join the women's group for ALS, and hopefully my husband will join the men of ALS. So just, wrapping around with that compassion, because I know that some of the powdered thing, the cacava, one shake that's a plant-based shake that is absolutely delicious. It's wonderful. They sent me, which is great to try. Just these little parts of things that I need have been absolutely wonderful. And to have a group that really centers around that compassion around it has been wonderful. Now if I can just find ancillary doctors to work with my team to help me stay comfortable, that actually know, are comfortable working with ALS patients, because that's the big thing. I saw the palliative care doctor that dealt with cancer patients only. My palliative score then was 70, which I'm sure it's down to about 60 right now. And the pain management, they want to do interventions and stuff, but I have to be so, everybody's unique. Everybody's fingerprint's different. Everybody's birth is different. Everybody's death is different. And everybody's body's different with medications. So something that will deal with moderate to severe pain that won't make me vomit my guts up and toenails up. That'd be great. So here's the thing. It's going to be coming. If I lose more weight, I'm going to have to think about a G-tube. And that's something I had thought that I absolutely didn't want. But if I'm still mentally functional, and with weight loss, that can cause some executive function differences. But I want to be able to feed myself. I want to be able to have some nutrition. So it's thought. I mean, things can change. I definitely know I don't want to be intubated. So just going over things, talking to people, as I felt better. I mean, it's when you feel really sick, it's hard to reach out to people around. My nieces had her baby, so precious little girl, and I haven't been able to see her yet because I've been so icky. Especially if a newborn, you don't want to bring anything germy. At first I thought it was I had a stomach bug. No, that was a medicine side effect. Tonight, I was able to go out to eat with my husband and my daughter, and we went to one of her volleyball practices and do that, just trying to create the memories around. I'm still trying to imprint those memories that are good, and as long as I can, I will do that. So it's been kind of a yucky past 2 weeks. That's what's going on. I didn't get to see Peter in the Hook tonight. It's here. It's Friday the 13th. I just don't have the energy to stand or, wheel in and stay in a crowd right now. I mean, I'm just finally feeling better to, get up and shower and do everything I need to do today. And I can't push myself hard right now. It's knowing my barrier with the surfboard, trying not to spill over or get pushed under. So that's what's going on with me. If you're in pain and you have ALS, please contact your doctors. And if your neurologist don't listen, talk to your primary doctors. Advocate for yourself. And if you have any other disease, advocate for yourself. You know, get a second opinion. You are the captain of your own ship, and you do have the right to get proper health care. It's just sometimes you just have to find it, you know. So that's what's going on. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I know it's not fun, but here's hoping things get better. Here's hoping I put on a little more weight that I lost that quickly, or if not, stay at the same weight I'm at now. Just hope. I mean, we are getting into mid-September, you know, 2024. You know, it's gonna start hopefully becoming fall in other places, summer in other places, spring I should say. You know, just hopefully things get a little bit better. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to give you an update, and hopefully I find out more answers, and I'll put another video up next week, okay? Thank you. Remember, even if it's tough, even if it's rough, even if there's sad, you know, you just deal with the emotions that come up. You know, just observe them and feel them, but not cling to them, allow them to go. But also, even when I'm vomiting, even when I'm not feeling good, I try to find the beauty in the day and something funny, you know. So remember, the beauty is there. So look for it, okay? Thanks, guys. Bye.